Here now with Reaction 2016 Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump. Austin, a warm welcome for Mr. Trump. Let me go over, and I don't want to get specific, because this is now, we went over the crime statistics, $113 billion this country is paying a year, all the impact on education, on our criminal justice system, our healthcare system, and also the human toll.
Right.
We met victims' families last night, or families of victims. You want to build a wall. You're going to build that wall within 2 years?
It's not a question of wanting. We have no choice.
We're going to build a wall.
We have no choice.
Let's talk about, it's 2,000 miles. Explain, you're only going to build 1,000 of wall. What do you do on that other 1,000 miles of
Well,
border?
and like I said last night, it's 13,000 miles for China.
Right.
And that was 2,000 years ago. And they had no trouble. They had plenty of labor, there's no question about it, but they had no trouble. So they built a 13,000-mile wall. We have 2,000 miles, but we need 1,000. So it's 1,000 versus 13,000, and it's modern. It'll get done so quickly your head will spin. It gets done quickly. And it'll be a real wall. It'll be a real wall. It won't be one of these little toys that you see every once in a while. Our government throws up a little wall like this. Do you ever see the picture in the magazines where a ramp goes up and down? I don't know why they don't just push it over. It would have been cheaper. But
what do you think the right height should be?
The drugs come over, and the cash goes back.
What do you think the height should be?
Well, I think the height could be 35 to 45 feet. That's a good height. That's a good height. Anywhere in that neighborhood. Could be higher.
Let me go to the issue. We have 11.3 million illegal immigrants in the country now. Now, you said immediately last night, all criminal aliens out, day one. Correct? All right. Now,
by the way, that one's so simple. You know, there are some things where you sort of feel bad, and this one with we have these killers in this country.
Right.
They're heading up gangs. You go out, exactly.
They lost their children right here behind you.
I mean, those guys, if we ever find them, if I'm president, oh, we're going to be trouble, such trouble. And you know, the other thing, and you're going to bring up some Border Patrol folks, and they're incredible people, but it is so hard for the police to, if somebody's protected between the sanctuary city nonsense, we got to get rid of the sanctuary city. We're protecting these people, Sean. We're protecting criminals. And the police, who are phenomenal people, they're at a point where they just give up. They catch them, they have them, they know they did it, and then they know nothing's going to happen. So if you're a killer and you're in this country, they go after you big league, and it's tough. If you're a killer and you're an illegal immigrant, the police don't know what to do.
Let me go back. I know we got into this a little bit last night, but I think this is going to be a big issue. And that is, okay, you're not a criminal alien. You committed no crimes, but you didn't respect our laws and sovereignty. You also seem to be indicating there might be something other than they have to go back.
Look,
am I reading that right?
We have to follow the laws of our country. We have to follow
so that means they go back.
We have to follow the laws. Now, can we be, and I'll ask the audience, you have somebody who's terrific, who's been here
20 years.
Right, long time. Long court proceeding, long everything, okay? In other words, to get them out. Can we go through a process, or do you think they have to get out? Tell me. I mean, I don't know. You tell me.
Well, let's do a poll. How many think they should go through a process that maybe give them a chance? Clap. We got to hear you.
How many people?
How many think they should go?
Well, but do it again. Do it again. So let me ask you, because this is like, this place is packed.
Yeah.
Does everybody get this kind of a crowd?
No. No.
It's very easy. That's why he keeps calling me back. See, this is why he keeps calling us back, right? But, look, let me ask you the process. So you have somebody that's been in the country for 20 years, has done a great job, has a job and everything else. Okay, do we take him and the family, her or him or whatever, and send him out? And they're gone? when somebody really has shown, you know, it's called like the merit system, other than they did break the law in the first place, okay? And that's a little unfair to people, but we're going to let people come in anyway. They'll come in legally. We're going to let people come in anyway. It's not going to have an impact. So do we tell these people to get out, number one, or do we work with them and let them stay in some form? Okay, are you ready? I'm just curious, because it's a very interesting situation. No, wait. So the bad ones, the gang members, all them, what do you think? Does anybody disagree on the gang members? Is there one person? Yeah, there's a gang member over there. Okay. Is there one person? And I mean, we will get them out so fast. You know, the police know who they are. This is no, like, great secret, like, oh, I wonder who they are. These police know, and the people know who they are. The police, they know who they are, and they're going to be gone, like, so fast your head will spin. Okay, so that's easy, right? So now we have the person, 20 years, been an upstanding person. The family's great. Everyone's great. Do we throw them out, or do we work with them and try and do something? Okay, ready?
Well,
ready?
how many say
Number one,
work with
number
them?
one, we'll say throw out. Number two, we work with them. Ready? Number one.
Number two.
Okay.
Now wait, but this is important, because so you're saying there is, and you have been sort of indicating that there will be some flexibility. That you originally you had said they're all out and there was a big brouhaha, but you're saying that if somebody can prove that they've been here, proven to be a citizen, but well, here's the big question though.
Go ahead.
No citizenship.
No citizenship. No citizenship.
Everyone agree with that? All right.
I mean, go a step further. They'll pay back taxes. They have to pay taxes. There's no amnesty as such. There's no amnesty.
Right.
But we work with them. Now, okay, but when I look at the rooms, and I have this all over, now, everybody agrees we get the bad ones out. But when I go through and I meet thousands and thousands of people on this subject, and I've had very strong people come up to me, really great, great people come up to me, and they've said, Mr. Trump, I love you. But to take a person that's been here for 15 or 20 years and throw them and the family out, it's so tough, Mr. Trump. I mean, I have it all the time. It's a very, very hard thing. So I got to look. This is like a poll. There's thousands of people in this room. Who wants those people thrown out? No, who wants them? Who wants them? Who's the guy who wants them thrown out?
The guy who wants them thrown out. Stand up.
Stand up.
All right. Hold on. All right, so you got, there's that.
So who wants to work? By the way, no amnesty, no citizenship, etc. Who doesn't want them thrown out? So who does not want them thrown out?
Stand up.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, so then that raises, Mr. Trump, that raises a really important question. You heard from the audience. What does your gut tell you
Well,
you
look,
want to do?
this is like a poll.
Right.
But this is like a poll. And I love the guy that stood up and said, where's that guy? I love this guy. This is my guy. I mean, I get it. I get it. And I understand what you're saying. But this is sort of like a poll. And this is what I'm getting all over the country. Please, please. We are going to come out with a decision very soon. The bad guys are out of here. Now, that one we agree on. I mean, they're going to be out of here even faster than you could throw them out, okay? I'm telling you. They're going to be out, and they're going to be
Where's
out.
the lady from the last hour? She was great. Okay.
No.
No.
But, you know, the few people that stood up, there weren't that many for the number two.
Right.
But the few people that stood up, I get that. I mean, I really get that. And we do have a thing called jobs. You know, from the economy standpoint, we can't get jobs for our own people, and we're supplying jobs. But everywhere I go, I get the same reaction. They want toughness, they want firmness, they want to obey the law, but they feel that throwing them out as a whole family when they've been here for a long time, it's a tough thing. They do feel that.
Let me throw a statistic into the mix here, if you all don't mind. All right, so illegal immigrants, we have 95 million Americans right now out of the labor force.
Right.
Okay. We have the lowest
More.
labor participation rate in the 70s, the lowest home ownership rate in 51 years, the worst recovery since the 40s, and this guy's doubled our national debt. And we have 12 million more Americans on food stamps,
Right.
8 million more in poverty. So if we secure the border, that would prevent competition for the 95 million out of work.
100%.
And it's also driving down wages.
By the way, when he says secure, I mean this is a real border. We're not playing games. This is a real border. And those people that have been working so hard to come into the country and going through the process, we're going to take them in and we're going to cherish them and they're going to love us. We want the ones that want to love us, not the ones that want to create problems.
There's one other aspect to this, and then we got to go to break, and that is your extreme vetting.
Extreme.
Because it's not
Extreme vetting.
It's not just the border. And we got into this a little last night. If you grow up in a country and you think, by the way, I don't know what your life is like at home. I'm not telling my daughter, my sisters, my wife how to dress. They get to drive a car. They also get to decide for themselves about school and work, etc. We don't discriminate against people that are Jewish, etc. So my question is...
I know exactly what your question is. When they come in from Syria and they come in through the migration and we have no idea who they are, we have no idea. They give you phony papers or they don't have any papers. We're not going to allow them to come into this country. Hillary Clinton wants them to pour into the country. We're not going to allow them to come into